The information presented here is for educational purposes only. It is intended to raise awareness about the methods hackers use to compromise Facebook accounts. This knowledge is crucial for individuals to understand and mitigate risks. It is not intended to be used for illegal activities. Engaging in unauthorized access to computer systems is a crime. Always use your knowledge responsibly and ethically. Phishing attacks are one of the most common methods used to gain unauthorized access to Facebook accounts. These attacks are not only prevalent but also highly effective, making them a favorite tool among cybercriminals. The term phishing itself is derived from the word phishing, as attackers are essentially phishing for sensitive information by luring unsuspecting users into their traps. These attacks typically involve deceptive emails or messages. These messages are crafted with great care to appear as though they are from legitimate sources, often mimicking the look and feel of official communications. The goal is to trick the recipient into believing that the message is genuine and to take action based on the instructions provided. Hackers craft these messages to appear as if they are from legitimate sources, such as Facebook itself or a trusted friend. They may use logos, fonts, and language that closely resemble those used by the actual entities they are impersonating. This level of detail can make it very difficult for even the most vigilant users to distinguish between a real message and a phishing attempt. These messages often contain links that, when clicked, direct the user to a fake website designed to mimic the real Facebook login page. These fake websites are often nearly identical to the real ones, with only minor differences that are easy to overlook. The user is then prompted to enter their login credentials believing they are logging into their actual account. Unsuspecting users may enter their login credentials on these fake sites, unwittingly handing over their information to the hackers. Once the credentials are entered, they are immediately captured by the attackers, who can then use them to gain access to the user's real Facebook account. This can happen in a matter of seconds, leaving the user completely unaware that their information has been compromised. Once the hackers have obtained the user's login credentials, they can then access the account and steal personal information, post spam, or even use the account to launch further attacks. The compromised account can be used to send more phishing messages to the user's friends and contacts, spreading the attack even further. In some cases, the attackers may also change the account's password, locking the original user out of their own account. To protect yourself from phishing attacks, always be wary of unsolicited emails or messages asking for your login credentials. Be cautious of any message that creates a sense of urgency, such as claiming that your account will be locked if you do not take immediate action. These tactics are often used to pressure users into making hasty decisions without thoroughly examining the message. Pay close attention to the sender's address and the website address of any links in the message. Look for subtle misspellings or unusual characters in the email address or URL, as these can be indicators of a phishing attempt. If you are unsure about the legitimacy of a message, do not click on any links or provide any information. Instead, contact the supposed sender directly using a known, trusted method. Legitimate emails from Facebook will always come from an ifacebook.com address. If you receive a message claiming to be from Facebook but the email address does not match this format, it is likely a phishing attempt. Additionally, Facebook will never ask for your password or other sensitive information via email. Always verify the authenticity of any message before taking action to protect yourself from falling victim to these deceptive attacks. Keyloggers are a type of surveillance software or hardware that records every keystroke made on a computer. These insidious tools can be used by hackers to monitor and capture everything you type, from casual messages to critical personal information. This includes passwords, credit card numbers, and other sensitive information. Imagine typing your bank account details or your social security number thinking it's safe, only to have it recorded and sent to a malicious actor. Hackers can install keyloggers on a victim's computer through various means, such as phishing attacks or by exploiting vulnerabilities in software. Phishing emails often trick users into clicking on malicious links or downloading infected attachments, which then install the keylogger without the user's knowledge. Once installed, the keylogger operates silently in the background, capturing every keystroke the user makes. The user remains completely unaware that their every move is being recorded, as the keylogger does not interfere with the normal operation of the computer. This stolen information is then transmitted back to the hacker, who can use it for identity theft, financial fraud, or other malicious purposes. The consequences can be devastating, leading to unauthorized transactions, drained bank accounts, and compromised personal information. To protect yourself from keyloggers, it's important to keep your operating system and software up to date with the latest security patches. Regular updates help close security loopholes that hackers might exploit to install keyloggers. You should also install a reputable antivirus and anti-malware program and run regular scans to detect and remove any malicious software. These programs can identify and eliminate keyloggers before they can do any harm. Additionally, using a password manager can help protect your credentials by generating and storing complex passwords securely. Enabling multi-factor authentication adds an extra layer of security, making it harder for hackers to gain access even if they have your password. Be cautious with emails and links from unknown sources. Always verify the sender's identity and avoid clicking on suspicious links or downloading attachments from untrusted emails. Educating yourself about common phishing tactics can also help you recognize and avoid potential threats. Regularly monitor your financial statements and accounts for any unusual activity. Early detection of unauthorized transactions can help mitigate the damage and allow you to take swift action to secure your accounts. Finally, use secure networks and consider using a virtual private network, VPN, when accessing sensitive information, especially on public Wi-Fi. A VPN encrypts your internet connection, making it more difficult for hackers to intercept your data. By taking these precautions, you can significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to keyloggers and other cyber threats. Stay vigilant and proactive in protecting your digital life. Social engineering is a manipulation technique used by hackers to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information or granting access to their accounts. This method is particularly insidious because it preys on the natural human tendencies to trust and help others. Unlike other hacking techniques that rely on technical skills, social engineering exploits the human element, making it a powerful tool in a hacker's arsenal. It exploits human psychology, such as trust, helpfulness, or fear, to manipulate victims into taking actions that may be against their best interests. For instance, a person might receive an alarming email that appears to be from their bank, warning them of suspicious activity and urging them to act quickly. The sense of urgency and fear can cloud their judgment, leading them to click on a malicious link or provide sensitive information without proper verification. Hackers may use social engineering tactics such as impersonating a trusted individual, creating a sense of urgency, or offering something enticing in exchange for information. They might pose as a colleague, a tech support agent, or even a family member in distress. By creating a believable scenario, they can lower the victim's defenses and make them more likely to comply with their requests. For example, a hacker might call a victim pretending to be from Facebook's technical support team, claiming that there's been suspicious activity on their account. They might say that immediate action is required to secure the account, creating a sense of urgency. The victim, wanting to protect their account, might not think twice before following the hacker's instructions. The hacker might then ask for the victim's password or other sensitive information to verify their identity. They could also request access to the victim's email to send a verification code, which they can then use to gain full control over the account. Once they have this information, they can cause significant harm, such as stealing personal data, committing fraud, or even blackmailing the victim. To protect yourself from social engineering attacks, be wary of anyone asking for your personal information, especially over the phone or through unsolicited emails. Always take a moment to think critically about the situation. Does it make sense for a legitimate organization to ask for this information? Are there any red flags, such as poor grammar or a sense of urgency that seems out of place? If you're unsure about the legitimacy of a request, always verify it through official channels. Contact the organization directly using a phone number or email address you know to be genuine. Never use the contact information provided in the suspicious message. Additionally, consider using two-factor authentication and other security measures to add an extra layer of protection to your accounts. By staying vigilant and informed, you can reduce the risk of falling victim to social engineering attacks. One of the easiest ways for hackers to gain access to Facebook accounts is by guessing or cracking weak passwords. Many people still use weak and easily guessable passwords, such as password 123 or their pet's name. These passwords can be cracked in seconds using automated tools that try thousands or even millions of password combinations per second. To create a strong password, make sure it's at least 12 characters long and includes a mix of uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Avoid using common words, phrases, or personal information that can be easily guessed. Consider using a password manager to generate and store strong, unique passwords for all your online accounts. Two-factor authentication, or 2FA, is a security feature that adds an extra layer of protection to your Facebook account. With 2FA enabled, even if a hacker obtains your password, they still won't be able to access your account without also having access to your second factor. This second factor is typically a one-time code sent to your phone or email address or generated by an authentication app. By requiring two forms of authentication, 2FA makes it significantly more difficult for hackers to gain unauthorized access to your account. To enable 2FA on Facebook, go to your account settings and look for the Security and Login section. From there, you can set up 2FA using your preferred method.